The only way they're going to sustain the city is if they clean up the neighborhoods. And if they think that they can do it any other way, they're kidding themselves. But year after year, decade after decade, the government continues to fail them. Why should they have any hope? Why should they care about their area? And so what we're trying to do is restore some semblance of security in these areas and hope that they can take it to the next level. This is the before, right here. This is the after. Now see, here's the exact problem with the way that Detroit has done demolition historically. They tore down one home here, okay? That's all they did, is focused on the structure. They didn't do anything else. Now look right over here. Can you tell the difference with what we did? This is the way it needs to be done.
You're 25 years old. I guess I'm kind of surprised, you know. Why are you doing this?
We are on the precipice of being able to do something big. And I think, unfortunately, the bankruptcy provides for that ability. And so, to answer you just very candidly, I think it's nearly criminal for somebody of my background, with the resources that I have, the network that I have, to not want to help the neighborhoods in this way. Yeah, I'm really proud of our whole team, but at the same time, I'm just so incredibly anxious to get them to take this model elsewhere. You know, the contractor base is there, you know. We're a nonprofit, as you know, we're not making any money off of this thing. And the contractor base is out there. You know, we've got the knowledge. We just need the government to give us the clearance and to have the funds. We can take it everywhere. There's a 4-step model, and that's the way that it has to be done going forward. 4 steps. Number 1, non-structural blight, so getting rid of the trash, the debris, the dead forestry. Step 2 would be asbestos removal. Step 3 would be utility disconnects, and step 4 would be structural demolition. And so what we need to do is eradicate the cancer which is spreading throughout the entire city, and that's blight. You get rid of the blight, crime goes away. The 6,000 repeat structure fires, you know, that's what they have every year, go away, and life becomes a lot easier. If you even look at this structure right here, and if you just remove the brush even, which was the first step of what we did, you can imagine that this whole thing would look completely different in terms of you just have the abandoned structure. Right now, somebody could be hiding behind here, somebody could be hiding behind there, and this happens. And kids get raped in Detroit because people are hiding behind these things, or people get murdered or harassed on their way to school. And then you have all this trash, which we've cleaned up as well. I mean, this trash is strewn all over the streets. And as you can see, it's like a forest back here. I mean, you have no idea what's hiding back here.
How much money have you spent so far on this?
Yeah, so I'd say we've spent about $300,000 so far, and we're not complete with this project. And then we spent about $200,000 on our last project. So total uses has been about $500,000. And I'd argue it's the best $500,000 that's ever been spent on blight elimination. And as you can see through our first pilot area, the criminal activity went away to 0 since we've been in there, whereas criminal activity had been reported the year before. You know, you heard gunshots every day, and now you don't hear them anymore.
I was scared of what was hiding in there. I used to be scared for her. I was like, because it was just, like you said, it was so much overgrowth, and the city wouldn't come and, you know, mow the lots. It was terrible, especially on this block. This much space to go through. You got trash.
Really?
It was awful. Mounds and mounds of trash. And you really had to get down the street and look at it. It's awesome.
The yellow bags are all the trash that was collected by our group this past week. And here's all the mulch that we collected. You know, this was all from dead forestry, trash, and debris. And actually what we've been doing is working with community groups to get them mulch to reseed their areas all throughout Brightmoor. We collected over 300 tires. We had boats, you know, all types of trash and debris, sofas, you name it. And actually, unfortunately, a dead body was found within the perimeter right as we were about to start. in terms of making sure that this area is completely removed, what we're working on right now is convincing the government to spend some of their demolition funds and then also work with private funding sources to get the rest of the homes in here. You know, these kids have this toxic stress because of everything that they have to endure every day in walking through this. And can you imagine the psychological hardship that kids have to have walking by these structures, seeing this trash every day? Growing up, I mean, that's all they know from, you know, the age of 0 to, you know, 18. Hopefully when they go to college, this is what they have to see. This shouldn't happen in America.